Welcome to the Job Search Solution, the radio program where we talk about looking for a job, changing jobs, changing careers, hiring. And as always, we begin with a prayer. Dear God, grant us thy peace and thy mercy, thy will be done. And in just a few minutes, as always, Rich Levinsky is going to be with us speaking about consultants in the workplace. He's got a great topic this evening, as always, and so you'll definitely want to pay attention to that. Lately, we've been spending 10 seconds being grateful. So think of 3 things today that have made you grateful. Go. You can't be unhappy when you're grateful. I recommend being grateful 3 times a day. Definitely want to be grateful. We've been talking about in the last few sessions the research that was done of the number of things that make people mess up in the interviewing process. The top one was poor self-awareness, not knowing where they were at and what they were doing in the initial interviewing process. Lack of preparation, not knowing, not preparing well for an interview. Uh, Rick could write a whole book about that, as we talked about the last time we were doing this. And this evening, what we want to talk about is they have poor manners and poor professionalism. Uh, I say that probably couples with lack of preparation. Everything from the video interview through the personal, individual face to face interview, people mess this up worse than ever that I've ever seen. And I think over the past few years, it's gotten worse. Poor manners in the video, poor manners in language. People use foul language more these days than they ever have. Well, we hear it on TV all the time. We're just blatant. We hear it in casual conversation. So people are using foul language in interviews. People are using inappropriate uh, language in what they're saying every day. So it's poor manners, poor manners in the video interview, poor manners in the face-to-face interview, going into an interview, not even acknowledging um, the administrative personnel that are in the office, not saying hello to people, not smiling, just not paying any attention to the people that are in the room when they go in to the interview, not being cordial, being nice, not being um, professional, dressing unprofessionally. I had years ago, this happened, I had a candidate take his dog to an interview because he couldn't find a dog sitter. So he took his dog to the interview, left the dog in the lobby. Hey, he's very unprofessional. Watch your manners. The social engagements that people have going to a dinner meeting or a lunch interview or cocktails, happy hours. I hate them. I've seen, I've had candidates drink too much. I've had their dates drink too much. I've had their spouses drink too much. I've had their spouses tell dirty jokes. I've had them tell dirty jokes. I've had all kinds of terrible things that people do in interviews, in social engagements that were interviews and still wind up being awful. Very poor manners. People don't teach their kid manners anymore. There's way too little going on in that regard. If you have to buy a book on it, for goodness sake, get a book on it. Ask the people around you before you get into interviewing mode. That is, your spouse, your significant other, your somebody, help you out with manners, table manners, your conversation manners. Be conscious of it. Um, I had a lady get eliminated from a group of an interviewing process 2 or 3 weeks ago because she used the F bomb in the interview like it was no problem, no big deal. Watch your manners. It makes a really big difference. Please, if you're gonna, you'll lose a job over it. All right, we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. This is Tony Bashir with the Job Search Solution.